The What It Takes Radio Company has an invitation to you. That's right, an invitation to consider your encore. Now, there's a good chance that you believe that you are a senior citizen. Well, you're wrong. You still have some personal work to do. You still have an encore to perform.
Greetings, this is Stan Houston once again. It's Friday and we're still on the edge. And we're on the edge of a new adventure, a new experience, a new experiment that I'd like to take today to tell you just a little bit about it because it could be something that affects you. Yes, we're on the edge of launching what we call the Encore experience. You know, I remember a story from a doctor friend of mine who was saying that he was doing some volunteer work at a nursing home, and one of the ladies who he saw on a regular basis was 95 years of age. And she had had a incredible career doing public service and mission and humane work in the, what was then called, of course, the term was the Bowery of Minneapolis. That was, the dead end alley type area. And she had been there for many, many years in very successful mission and ministry. But now she was 95 and she was in a wheelchair and she was almost fully blind. And she had, obviously, ill health problems. And he was giving her an examination, and all of a sudden she said to him, "Dr. Jim, hurry up." and he said, "Hey, what's the hurry? Obviously, we got lots of time." And she made this comment, "Dr. Jim, I have my personal work to do." Did you get that? Her personal work to do. At the age of 95, in a wheelchair, incapacitated after many, many years of work and service, she still had work to do. You know what? She was still doing her encore. And what we are all about right now is adopting, no, hey, I'm not elderly. I'm not a senior citizen. Yeah, I'm certainly in the fourth quarter, but this is my encore. And we want to be in the business of helping men and women who are in their encore years. They still have a performance to give. They're very good at what they do. In fact, they've been called back to give more of who they are and what they are. And they're not retired. They're just simply doing their encore work, their encore show, their encore experience. They've been called back on stage to still do some of the things that they do very well, to share some of the wisdom, insight, and truth, and tell stories that can be inspiring and energizing and motivating and encouraging to other people. Oh, there's a lot of work to do when you are in your encore years. Well, we're going to try and do three things. First of all, we're going to learn from one another, and we're going to share our stories of triumphs and tragedies, agony and ecstasy. And in those storytelling, we're going to encourage one another and perhaps share some of the wisdom that we've gained through oftentimes the University of Hard Knocks with generations or two younger who are still ready and willing to listen to those who have some encore experience. And then we're going to make it possible for us to actually learn how we can take these years that we still have, these moments that we still might have, and make the most of them. We're going to end well. As one of my friends said, "Stan, I'm not going to rust out. I'm going to burn out like a shooting star." Well, I just want you to know that I'm about that too. And we will be launching what we call the Encore Experience. It doesn't have a super frame or form yet, but we're looking for people who get the vision, get the idea, and they want to be a part of being a storyteller, being an encourager, perhaps a comforter, and somebody who can actually use. Because, as the lady said, I still have my personal work to do. And you know what? You probably do too. Why don't you reach out to me at stanhouston@gmail.com, stanhouston@gmail.com. We'll go from there.